Hey, good evening. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Tuesday the 10th of November 2020. This is just a video to have a look at a few alternate ways of trading the high probability method, hence the title on the bottom there. I'll just have a look at a couple of different things, a couple of different options, just give you some ideas. I do apologise if there's any background noise. I've got another tropical depression or storm coming through and it's blowing a bit of a gale outside. So I live right on the beach, so surf's up and there's a few things flying around in the air out there. So it's a pretty hectic weather. Anyhow, let's have a look at the charts. What I will use is I'll use my simulator. This is MT4, this is an XM account. So the simulator is a EA that gets attached to any MT4 accounts. It's called Soft4FX, the simulator. I'll put a link to it in the video description below. If you can afford something like this, I would strongly suggest you purchase it. There is a free trial to check it out if you wish. It just does help with your trading. If you can afford it, I think it's about $100 US, give or take. But if you can afford it, certainly buy it. Now, I'll just set it up here to show you how it works. So this is just a basic Aussie 4-hour chart. Doesn't matter what chart it is. Right click, go to my templates. I've already got it set up. It's simulator. So I set it up as a template. It's just the easiest way for me to set up. You'll see it comes up. There's your little EA up on the top right here. We'll do a new simulation. So we'll start a brand newie. All right, we can just pick our pairs. This is all pretty good data. Now I'll go to a pair I don't talk about much at all in my daily charts, but I'll trade it quite aggressively on the 12-hour charts. That being the USD Singapore dollar. So I'll select that USD Singapore dollar. I've got good data here. You can download data. So I've got Dukas copy data, which is accurate. I've got it from 2004 all the way through to November 2020 if I want to use it. So we'll keep it the currency in USD because everyone's sort of familiar with that. 10,000. I'll go to New York close. I can rewind. I'll leave my leverage at 1 to 100. Doesn't really matter. I'll just change this so I've got plenty of history. So that just quickly sets it up. I'm not going to go into this simulator. I've got a couple of videos now if you want to have a look. So you just press the start simulation button. And what it does, it'll bring up this control box. So this is where I open and close my trade. You can move this around if you want. I'll go to charts. I want to get some charts going here. So I will stick with the 12-hour chart because that's what I know on this pair. It's probably not the best example of what I want to show you, but I find it a pretty easy time frame to trade and a pretty easy pair. So we'll add it to the list. So here we go. USD, Singapore dollar, 12-hour chart. So we'll just open that. Hopefully it'll open somewhere. And there it is. So I can close this, leave that control box. Now we haven't got much data there because I've started right at the beginning of time, which I probably shouldn't have, but I didn't change it. So I'll add the template. So it's just a matter of, we'll go with the MT4 high probability, all right? So we've added the template. Here's you can move this around if you want. So here's the chart. There's not much data. There's no MACD platinum, so I'll just get some data going. It could take a little while to get it. What happens here, because I've started right at the beginning of time, everything's got to populate, so the MACD platinum won't display properly. You'll see it flatline until there's enough data there. If I'd started this in 2009, it wouldn't have been an issue, but because I started right at the beginning of time, you can see the dates changing up here. Eventually this thing will start to go normal. All right, so now it's in normal mode, so I can pause this. This is just a fast forward. If you just wanted to watch something, you can control it. Now, see, the good thing about this, it's a simulator. So the last date is the 17th of July 2006. So I'll just turn my phone off. That probably make more sense. Someone's trying to ring me. So that's the last date, 17th of 7th, 2006. So I'm trading off the right edge of the chart. I've got no idea what's happening next. So generally, if I want, I just do one candle at a time. I'll just expand a little bit so it's a little bit easier to see. So this is the high probability method. You all know what it is if you watch any of my videos. So the QMP filter dots is red and green dots. And this is the MACD Platinum, which is a zero lag MACD. Basically, I'm looking to buy when this is below the zero level. That's the zero level there. And looking to sell when it's above the zero level. So depending on where these dots are and where this is what my trades are. So we'll just run through a couple of quick examples. I'll show you so I can go bar by bar here. At the moment, you can see nothing happening. Just one candle at a time. All right, sell signal there. So generally here, this is one I would not use a stop. I'll show you why. It's got from there to there and from there to there, hidden bearish divergence. All right, so that is my signal. I love that stuff. So say there's my trade setup, size 0.02. I'll take the sell. So all I do is press sell there. That'll take the sell trade. You can see it marked on the trade. I can open the trade box here and it'll bring it up. Just move it out the way a little bit so you can see it. I can add notes, etc., comments to the sell trade. So you can see I can modify this in here. There's my sell, profit and loss. There's the sell, size, what price it opened. There's no stop, no profit, what I'm currently at. If you look down here, you can see my equity and my floating profit and loss down the bottom here in the control box. So that's a sell. We're above the zero level. This is the way I normally trade, all right? So we'll just work this trade. You'll see, so it's going down nicely. I'm watching that MACD Platinum. Right, now it's through the zero level. So you can either close the trade here completely or do what I would do. I would do a partial close, so close part, just go up to the trade box here, 01, close. So I've closed a part of that, and you can see a faint line down there. Now I want to put a stop loss. I can just press this plus button here. I can just set it straight to break even, which would be the entry level, but I don't want to do that. I want to give myself a little bit of room. So stop loss, go there. I want to use the visual mode. I'm just going through this quickly. All you do is drag that line up. I just want above those highs there, that's all. And just accept. This is the worst thing, it puts that box there. So there's my trade. It's in play, stops in place. So we'll just play it out. This is not really what I show you because this is just an easy trade, this one to start with. All right, so there's a green dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. Just say, for example, I want to bring my stop to break even. All I do is press that and it just brings it down to the entry point. I'm looking to buy now. Now, this is what I want to show you. I'll just move that out of the way a bit. I'll just tighten that up a little bit. Now, as you know, with the MAs, they give me an indication of trend. So at the moment, you could say it's in a downtrend. That's a 240, 150 EMA. It's in a downtrend. So if I do get a buy here, look, I'm not that keen to take it. So we'll have a look, see what happens. Now we've gone to red, so we're going back to sell mode. Obviously my trade got stopped out. You can see I've made $2.24 overall. It's not a big payer. So here's another blue dot on the MACD Platinum below the zero level. We still haven't got a buy signal yet. And red dot. It's going to make it hard work for me. There's your buy signal. Now I wouldn't take this, even though there's probably regular bullish divergence. You can see lower lows on price and higher lows on the MACD Platinum. It's not a trade I'd be taking. It's into the trend. So that's something I'd ignore. I was hoping it would come down, but all right, it's not going to show me. All right, there's a sell. So we'll take the sell, and it's just with the trend trade. There's no divergence there. We've got lower highs, lower highs. So here we go. Just watch the MACD Platinum. All right, it's at the 0 level. We'll just close that. I close all, so we just closed it. You can see it's not a. I'm trying to get an example of. So there's a buy, but it's not valid because the dot on the MACD Platinum is above the 0 level or very close to it. So I'm trying to get an example where. All right, there's a sell. I'm one candle late, but I'll take it anyway just to show you. So watching the MACD Platinum at the bottom again. Right, we're at the 0 level. I'll just close all. I'm not trying to make huge profits here. I'm trying to set up an example because I don't set these charts up with videos. So there's a buy. Now again, it's against the trend. There's no real obvious divergence. What I'm trying to do is get an example where it goes down, gives me a sell signal before it goes back up over the MACD Platinum. Nah, didn't do it. That's the problem with this pair. It does tend to be very what's the word? It trends nicely. Let's see if I can get right. There's a sell. Now there's no. This is probably a slightly higher risk trade because we've got higher highs here and we've got higher highs here. So you would think possibly the trend's changing. So I'll take the sell. So you can see it up in the box there, and we're on a sell. Watching the MACD Platinum. Here we go, possible hedge coming up. We're down at the 0 level. We'll close out. No, I'm not going to take a loss. All right, there we go. We'll close out now. One more candle. So we'll close all. All right, I'm going to try. I'm just going to skip forward a bit, see if I can get an example. If what I'm trying to show you. What you can do. So there's a buy trade. Now you could say price is changing trend here, and you could possibly make an argument. No, I don't think it's pretty close there. Yeah, it's double bottom maybe on the MACD Platinum. Yeah. So we'll take the buy. And watching the MACD Platinum again. Close through the 0 level or close to it. We'll just close. Take the small win. All right. I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna try and set up. So there's a sell, but it's not valid. All right. This is probably what I'm looking for. Now I'll get rid of this trend line here. Now here, there was a buy signal. MACD Platinum's come up, hasn't quite got to the 0 level yet. If you hadn't taken that one, you could probably take the second one. Well, so what I'm probably suggesting is you ignore the first one and take the second one. Now, here we go, right? So there's your first one. The MACD Platinum technically hasn't gone above the 0 level, so here's your second one. I'd be more inclined to take that if you're in doubt. If you're in doubt about this first one, ignore it. And if another one presents, take it. So we'll take the second one. Now I want to keep an eye on this because I want to show you something else possibly if it goes against me. All right, this one's going against me, which is good. All right, this is good. This is what I want to show you. Now, so we're going to take a loss here. So you have a look at the loss. It's $13.03. So we'll close that, take the loss. So we'll just close all. You close all. There's options. Just close it. So $13.03. Now the next buy, I won't take the hedge sell. I'll wait. Just wait for another buy because you can see now possible divergence forming. You can, all right. So there and there. Now this hasn't been confirmed yet. But I would be drawing these lines on my chart as I go because I can see it, it's possibly setting up. So remember that loss. Oh, look at that. There we go. Big move down. So all you do is adjust your trend lines. I know it's a bit of a pain on the simulator, but this is what you'll be doing. And this is the 12-hour chart, so every 12 hours you just be adjusting these. Now I'm looking for a buy. And this thing's still going down. The divergence may disappear. Here we go. Possible setting up for a buy. Hang on a sec. Just make sure right there. All right. There was a green dot. I missed it by one candle. I can reverse it if I want. So I can reverse it by one. All it does is stuffs up the, sometimes it stuffs up the indicators. So I'll just get indicator list and tidy them up again. And you can't see what I'm doing. I'm on another monitor, but it's close. That should fix them up. All right, gets them all back in order. So there's a buy here, all right? So this divergence, it moved, but it's still divergence there. The trend line moved a bit when I reversed. So there's your divergence. So we lost, what, $13.03 on this first one. So what I'll do here is I'll go in with a bigger position size. In this case, it'll be 3 times. So just go with a 6. And I'll buy. So there's my buy. You can see it up there. There's the entry. And what we're trying to do is recover that loss. So keep an eye on the profit and loss. Hopefully this goes up. If not, I'm in trouble. All right, so $10.17, not enough yet. We need a bit. Righto, now let's have a look here. MACD Platinum is at the 0 level. Price is heading back towards the MAs. It's a high risk trade. So $24.89 there. So all we need is $13 of that back. So what we'll do is a partial close. So close partial. And here I'd close 0.4. And that should give me, so that recovers that loss. Now, this is a high risk trade. I'd probably just go to break even maybe on this at the moment. So straight to break even. And so what we did, we took a buy here. We lost. Then another buy presented. The MACD Platinum stayed below the 0 level. So I took another buy with a bigger position size with my intention of recovering this loss first up, which I did. And so I closed it, recovered the loss, and put a stop in place. Can't lose on the remaining trade. So basically, it's a loss recovery move. This thing could go up, could go down. There we go. Took my stop out. Didn't lose anything. So let's keep on going. We're in sell mode now. And there's a sell signal. Now, we'll see if we can get a better one. That one I'll probably, I would take because divergence. Hidden divergence. There's your highs across there. It's not ideal because what I'd want to see is, ideally I want to see price come back more towards the 50, but that's one I'd take. So we'll take it. We'll have a look at it. So we'll sell. So we'll go. Took the sell there. You can see it in the trade box. MACD Platinum still above the 0 level. Going against me, going down nicely now. All right, we're at the previous low. Might consider doing something if you MACD Platinum still above the 0 level. There's a buy signal here. There's a double bottom. Now it's up to you. The MACD Platinum's above the 0 level. It's not really a valid signal in that sense, but it is because again we have divergence. This is regular bullish divergence. That's the thing about the MACD Platinum. It just shows you divergence everywhere. And a part of my rules, as long as one side is on the right side of the 0 level, which in this case it's the first side, it doesn't matter. It just takes away a bit of a trade management tool for me. So here we've got a sell. I've got a partial sell with 0.02, and I could either close that sell and take the buy. So we'll do that. We'll do that because that's probably the smart thing to do. That's because this is a nice buy signal. You could even make an argument it's a support level, but it's a high risk trade. I'll take the buy. So we'll just take the buy. So I've taken the buy. Now we're hedged. We're locking in a small overall loss. We can't lose. They're very close. There's a spread on this pair, so it doesn't. That's why there's going to be a loss, even though we took the buy below the sell. Let's just see what happens here. Let's Going sideways, going sideways. We're getting this possible sell trade setting up. All right, there's your sell trade. So we're not losing too much. We can't at the moment. There's a sell trade setting up. So what we'll do is we'll take a new sell. Now we've got 0.04 on the sell side and 0.02 on the buy side. So if this thing keeps on going down, the MACD Platinum's above the zero level. Let's have a look, see what it does. Look at our overall profit here. We're just minus 90 cents. We've got 3 trades on. Hopefully we break this previous low. And there we go, a little bit of profit there. I know it's not much, this is a pair that doesn't present a lot of profit, but it's just with the MACD Platinum through the zero level. Now it's up to you what you do here. You can get a bit creative with what you want to do, but there's not much profit overall, so I'll just close all trades because I'm trying to show you other examples of different styles of trades. So let's see if we can find something that's a bit. So we're against the trend at the moment. We're going down, so I'm looking for buys. Is there one in there? Sometimes there's a little there. So there's a first buy signal there. You could make an argument that there is, well, there is regular divergence there if you wanted to go down that track, but this is what I'm saying. Instead of taking that first signal, see if a second signal presents. So ignore that, see if a second signal presents, buy. So what we hopefully get is a sell signal. And this is not going to let us, nah, so it didn't happen. The buy would have actually, so there's a sell signal now. Now, whether you take that sell signal, it's up to you. That's a valid signal, but I want to try and get a few examples of, so here we go. If you didn't take that sell signal there, MACD Platinum still above the zero level. If you ignore the first sell signal or first buy signal, the first signal when MACD Platinum goes through the zero level, then there's a buy, then there's a second sell. Take the second sell, see what happens. See if we can get out of this one. There's really, again, you could say there's divergence. There is divergence there. It's not, you could say there is. And again, it's hidden. So this is a signal that I would love to take. Now, whether it works out or not, who knows? Generally, they do, though. So we're going in the right direction anyway. Watching the MACD Platinum. I'm watching the MACD Platinum. Watching the MACD Platinum. It's thinking about it. All right, so it's through the zero level. What we'll do here, we'll close part. This is what I would normally do. So close. Then I'd put a stop in place, so stop loss. Just visual, just wing it. So above these highs here, so I can't lose overall. Just gives it a bit more wiggle room. You can put it on the break evens if you wanted to, which a lot of people do. I don't. I tend to try and give it a bit of room. So let's keep on going down the sell side. Again, we're against the trend. Probably, all right, you could probably move that stop down, so we'll modify it. Stop, there it is, you just drag it down. So we'll bring it just under the entry level there. There's a buy signal here. There is a close to divergence. Yeah, you could probably say it's still regular bullish divergence. So I'll accept that. Box, I wish the box would stay in the same spot. Now, you could take that. It's a high risk trade into the trend. Ignore it. That's what I'm saying. That's what this is, the sort of what this video is about. So hopefully we'll get a sell signal. Well, there you go. Took out my trade anyway. So didn't get the second buy. This pair actually is a pretty good mover. So it's we're in a downtrend. Let's have a look here. Whoa, there we go. That was a big bit of news. All right, there's your sell signal there. We'll ignore that. There's been big news. I'm not sure what that spike was. Oh, it's just after Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the trade box. I want to show you something else. Just in the meantime, you can click on this. You can make this trade box a bit bigger. You can just drag it around if you want. And you can go to like stats and stuff, and it gives you, oh, there's my profit, whole $15.42. Absolute drawdown is minus 0.23%, so never any problems there. It's just like normal MT4 results, and this is good data, so it's very clean data. There's your profit factor, number of closed trades, profit, lost trades, largest profit. Just all your stats as you would any normal, or you can have a look at your history. Markets, there's none. History, closed trades, there they are all there. Shows you all the stats, and just a equity curve graph and that, so we're heading up the right direction. It's not pretty because there's not many trades, so we'll just close this for a bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fast forward and try and get some data up. So we'll just and I'll show you a few examples on historical charts I'm talking about. So I'll just run this forward a bit and I'll try and get some clean data up, and we'll try and just, so we're only at 2011 at the moment, so alright, I'll just stop it there and we'll just use what's in front of us. I don't care what it is. I can minimize this trade box. Alright, now I can go back in time, obviously, or hopefully, if I click that button. Alright, I'm just trying to look for examples that I'm talking about with regards to ignoring the first signal. So here's an example. Now generally, like I said, this pair is pretty good. So if there's a sell signal here, you can see sell, buy, it just meanders around the zero level a lot of the time. Then you'll get stuff like this. So there's your first sell signal. Ignore it. I know that's probably a good trade, and I would take, because there's hidden divergence there, I would take that every day of the week, that trade. Then I would hedge it, then I'll take the second trade, and you'd make money. So ignore the first one. Ignore the hedge, buy, because that's not a valid buy. You're not in the trade. Take the second one. Once it's through the zero level, close out half, put your stop above the high. You would run this down. You could run this down. Don't know why there's double dots there. Maybe because I moved too quick. We'll fix that up in a heartbeat. Sometimes using the simulator, just when you go quickly, it tends to stuff things up a little bit. So yeah, so here's another example. This is a good one. This is against the trend. So here's your first buy signal. This is a valid buy signal. It's against the trend. High risk trade. It's not a trade I would take. You're right at the 50 EMA. Ignore it. Price comes all the way down. MACD Platinum's coming further below the zero level. Increases your odds to take that trade there. It's still a high risk trade. You're still against the trend. But remember, this thing is like a rubber band. It meanders. It goes back to the zero level. Price will generally go back towards the 50 EMA, or the 50 will come to price. So you take the buy here, through the MACD Platinum, close half, put a stop in place, write it up. Here's your first sell signal. Ignore it. It's with the trend. This is one I'd definitely take anyway, but if you ignored it, just you miss out. Buy, first one, ignore. Sell, first one, ignore. It's a buy, but it's not valid. Take the second one. It goes a little way, little way, little way, little way, and it pops up here. Now it's up to you whether you want to hedge that or not. If not, take the loss, try and recover. Now let's have a look here. Let's just draw a line so I don't lose it. So what are we taking? This one and the second one, this one here. So we're taking that one. So there's your, I'm just going to expand it, that's all, because sometimes you lose it. What date is it? 60/11/2012. 2012. All right, there it is there. All right, we took the sell there. So there's an entry on the open of that candle, and we exited on the open of this candle here. So we lost 60, say 62 pips, give or take. So we'll take this sell here. So for 62 pip loss, because we're going in with a bigger position size, all we need is a 31 pip recovery. So we entered on the open here, goes against us 39 pips or whatever, But all we need is 31 pips to the downside. Do we get it? Do we get it? Yes, we get it. Easy. Get to that 31 pip level. Close. If you'd gone in with 0.6, you close at 0.4. That recovers your loss from that first one. Put a stop in place so you can't lose in your second one, and there you go. Alright, let's just make this chart a bit smaller. I want to duck over to something else and show you something else. I'm just trying to give you an idea. You don't necessarily have to take every signal, especially if it's against the trend. Look for, let's see if I can find another one. So here's a sell here, in here. Now this is, you could say it's with the trend, but it's not, because you've got a higher high, so trends change. Like this has been a downtrend. It's starting to find a base here. You're looking at market structure. This is your sell. You might ignore it thinking, nah, I want to see how it goes. Bang, up it goes. Then it goes up. So then you take the second one. Much better trade. Buy a little bit tight. So again, against the trend, don't take it, but there's no second one. Right, we're in buy mode here. Same deal. There's your buy signal there. Price hasn't come back close up to MAs. Ignore it. Wait for your second one. There's your second one there. It gets stopped out. Not good. Or you take a small loss. You'd make up for it on that one if you took it. It's a bit close to MACD Platinum, but you've got to trend up. It's, let's see. And see, this is where, here's one against the trends. Good example. There's your sell signal. Don't take it. Take the second one. Just ignore the first sell signal. Take the second one, especially if you're going against the trend. Here's your first buy signal. If you'd ignored it, which is one I wouldn't ignore because that's a great hidden divergence trade, but if say you missed it, then it went against you, don't worry about it. Here's your second one. Take that. Much better. Good result. First one, ignore. You lose. You won't make any money. First one, ignore. You won't make any money, but that's a trade I'd take every day of the week anyway. And we still got divergence. Ignore. Now you're going to give up. You're going to leave some profits on the table because this pair does work well. But here's one, a good example. Here's a buy. Your first buy signal here. It's probably one I would take. But say you missed it or whatever. You weren't at your charts. Ignore the sell. Comes down. Comes down. Comes down. MACD Platinum's a long way below the zero level. There's your second buy trade. Higher risk trade still. Take it. You get up. You'll make some money. Here's your first sell. If you missed it, or you didn't think it went back to the MAs close enough, ignore it. There's your buy. There's your second sell. You'll make some money there. So that's the gist of what I'm saying. Just if you're not comfortable, ignore the first trade, and you'll get. When this happens like this, you're going to leave. You're not going to take any trades. But when this happens, buy, doesn't get over the zero level. Take the second one. Look at the second one there. I know you could trade every one. You'd make money if you just had tight stops. So I'm just trying to give you options. Here's another example. Buy in there. Ignore it. I can see market structure. This thing's heading down. Divergence. Second one. Take it. Much lower risk trade. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly switch to another template. Very similar, but just slightly different setup. So this is a test setup. Now, it's the high probability. There's no MAs on the charts. It's the same USD Singapore dollar chart. All I've done is I've extended the settings. So I've added the QQE Adv to the chart just to give you an extra option of something to look at. And I've extended all the settings. So if you look at the settings on the QMP filter, I'll bring it over onto this monitor so it makes it a lot easier to see. Instead of the usual 12, 26 and 9 on the MACD Platinum, the middle one, it's 18, 39, 13. Still got zero lag. And instead of being 1, 8, 3 on the QQE, it's 2, 14, 3. So this has been changed, this has been changed, and the QMP filter's been changed. So they're all in sync together. Just basically I've added about 50% to each value. the default, just to give you something else to look at, all right? So we're still looking at the same chart. It's still the same 12-hour Singapore dollar. And, all right, we might as well run the simulation again. We'll crank her up. Where is it? I've lost it. Where's my little box? There it is. Yeah, where is it? Oh, there it is. All right, so let's... Now, this is obviously a lot further spread out, and I've got the QQE Advance. I'm just going to try and see if we can work out something with the QQE Advance. So looking for a possible sell. We've got a red dot in the MACD platinum above the 0 level. Now we've got a blue dot, so it's not going to happen. All right, let's have a look here. Now, here we go. Here's a sell. We've got a nice cross on the QQE above the 50 level. That's a 50 level. So that in itself is a valid signal. The MACD platinum's above the 0 level. So, and we'll ignore whatever the MAs are doing because they're not on the chart. A nice little double top there if you want to say that. So we'll take the sell. So we'll take the sell in there and bring up my trade box so you can see it. I know this video is probably dragging out a bit. I want to get through a bit more, but so we'll go to the next bar. I'm watching both the MACD Platinum and the QQE Advanced. Now, all right, there's a cross on the QQE Advanced. So I'm closing out. Let's see if we can do a loss recovery. So we've got $4.38. The MACD Platinum still above the 0 level. This is still above the 50 level. Just a different way of looking at it, different settings. So we'll close all. So we're taking $4.38. So let's keep on going. $4.38. I should write that down, but all right, we're going up, which is good. Now we're coming down. Now all I'm doing is watching the QQE Advance. All right. Now if I'd stayed in that trade, it would have been all right. All right. So let's take another bigger sell. What are we after? 6. We'll take 6. And we'll see if we can recover that 438. Now let's have a look, see what we get. Yeah, that would be right. Now the MACD Platinum's still above the 0 level. The QQE is both through that, and we're still. Why are we still losing? Must be on the spread. Must be a big spread at this time. That's a problem with this pair. That's right. Now we've recovered our loss. What did I say? 438. That would be close. Might go one more candle. Yeah, that'd be right. Now we're right. One more candle. 1023. Oh, geez, you're killing me. All right, I'm going to close out. I'm just going to close this. Not a good example. But we recovered the loss. MACD Platinum through the 0 level. This is down, so we'll keep on going. I'll get through this quick. So what I'm trying to say is you can adjust the settings on the MACD Platinum, QQE Advance, and the QMP filter and just play with the different things. Look for entries and exits based on these crosses and combine them together. So I'll see if I can find one. I know it's getting up there 40 minutes, so we'll look for a buy. All right, potential getting close to a cross, got a blue dot in the MACD Platinum, so we're on the right side of everything. There's your buy signal. So and we've got a cross, so let's see if we can get something going here. So we'll get the buy going again. Buy. So it's up on the box there, you can see it all. Next bar. All right, we're up. MACD Platinum still below the 0 level. The blue QQE part is heading up. This is go up. So that's through the 0 level. I'm mainly looking at the orange line here, the one that's sort of the slower line. When that gets through the 0 level, and if the MACD Platinum's not, I'll look at closing out half, something along those lines. Don't worry about these minor, small totals. This is a pair that doesn't move that much. But I'm just trying to show you the theory, not so much the results. Now that's crossed against me. MACD Platinum's below the 0 level. Take the loss, $4.20. So we'll just take that, $4.20. We'll close. And we'll look for another buy. So which is a cross on the QQE to the upside. If we don't get a red QMP filter dot. What was it? $4.20 I lost. Yep, there it was. Damn. One candle back. I've got to fix up these bloody filters again. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. Alright, so we have a cross here on this candle. We'll go for the recovery again. MACD platinum still below the zero level. We'll buy 0.06. What they had to recover, $4.03 or something. Be right, going the wrong way. And hang on, there's a sell. That's no good. We'll take a hedge sell there, 6. So I'm hedging this now. Everything's below the zero level still. This will probably be the one that. Press the button, Jim, it helps. Still plodding along. So we're locking in a loss at the moment, so there's no stress on how far it goes. The MACD platinum still below the zero level. So we're all right, there's the buy signal. All right, we'll crank this up to 10. We'll take the buy. The QQE's had a nice cross down here. All lines up. You can look at the notes up there. I'm down about $20 odd. So, right, everything was going in the right direction there. Keep in mind it's a USD pair, so it can very reliant on the US dollar. Going the wrong way, and we've had another cross on the QQE. So, all right. This is still. So I'm going to take another hedge. So we'll sell. Locking in a loss. Must be a buy coming up soon. I'll just keep an eye on that. MACD platinum, you can see here that the price is heading down. So there's lower lows on price. MACD platinum's, it is sort of heading down. It's not. It's more trying to go up now. So there is divergence there, but we'll see how we go. Looking for a buy. See if we can get out of this mess. There's your buy signal, so we'll go up to 16. See how we go. Yeah, that'd be right. There we go. Now everything's starting to go up through the zero levels and the 50 level and the zero level, so everything gets a bit tight. We're down $42 still. Need a big push up somewhere. Right, we're starting to head in the right direction. I'm watching the orange line now, see if we can. That went the wrong way. Had to spike up. There we go. Right, we're in profit. Now I've got a lot of trades on profit. You can get a bit creative. I'm going to finish up this video. You can close some of these, keep some open, leave a partial open. So for example, just if you wanted to, just close 69.43. So that would close that, close that, close that, close that, and close 14 of that. So close and put your stop at break even, for example. So there you go. And that should give us, ooh, we're up $40. So you get the idea. So now, and all I'm trying to show you here is you can get a little bit creative. You don't have to use the default settings I'm showing you. You can put this on the historical chart and just see, all right, if I get exit here or exit there or there, depending on which way your trade is, or you can add, you can take your loss, or there's just different ways of looking at the charts, guys. It's just don't believe everything I tell you. Like I always say, take any system or any ideas I give you and make them your own. Make them your own. Play around. If you got access to this simulator, it's great. You can just watch it in action. Like you can slow it right down if you want, because that's way too quick. If I can. Yep. So he's got a mind of its own at the moment. All right. So good little piece of software. As I said, the link to this will be in the description of the video. It is an affiliate link, so that's a disclaimer. So if you do buy, don't buy it just because it's an affiliate link. have a look at it. I think there's a trial, so if there is a trial, have a play with it. It's limited on how much you can do with a trial, but it gives you a fair idea. And you know, look at this thing, and have a look at this pair too. It just meanders nicely. You know, look, sell when it's above the zero level, buy when it's below the zero level. Look at just on that alone. You know, it's not going to happen all the time. If you were doing what I suggested before about just taking every second trade, you wouldn't take any trades in there. So you might get a bit bored. Then you start looking in here. You'd probably so there's options. All right. So thanks for watching the video. I know it's been a bit of a longer. Video. I do apologise. It's up to 45 minutes, but I'm just trying to get you thinking a bit and trying to create some, like just a few different ideas. That's all. So it's probably called the high probability alternatives. All right, guys. If you do like the video, please hit the subscribe button or the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. And I will chat to you another day. Cheers.